fixed.
There's your golf swing. What's your typical miss with an iron? Is it more directional, more strike, or can it be both?
Yeah, it's more directional, to be honest with you. Generally, yeah, it's more consistency more than anything. I don't really have I'm quite a straight shot shape. I don't really pull or draw it. It's generally enough gun barrel straight, like I say.
Your ball flight is definitely along the low side.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a couple of things we're going to do. I want you to, through the whole golf swing, move it a little differently. At the moment, the way you set up is almost kind of putting barriers in there that makes what I want you to do more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing you have to do is put you in a position where I'm looking at your setup thinking, right, from there you can now move the way I want you to move. And then from the top of the backswing, think of your centres. Okay, you've got an upper centre, which is kind of your buttons, zip, and then belt, we're going to call you kind of lower centre. As you get to the top, you're not in a bad spot, but your upper centre goes too much forward relative to your lower centre, which gets the club high and steep.
It's very steep, yeah.
So as you sort of don't get the body moving quite right from what we call the face on, that influences what the club's doing from down the line, and you're tending to swing the club very much across to the left. So we've got a specific way that we want your body to move and function. Okay, you start setting up in different positions, and you just make that almost impossible to do. So if you just go where you kind of were normally,
Just a standard setup, yeah?
just a standard setup, nothing's going to change. First thing I want you to do is feet a little bit wider, and I want your lead foot a little bit more flared out. Okay, perfect. And I reckon you can go even a touch wider. There we go. That's going to feel like you're
Give the splits.
a giraffe at a watering hole. Okay, it looks normal. It just feels
odd. Yeah.
Now from there, place your hands on and just stand up normally. Just relax your arms and just stand up normally. So you should be able to find a pretty balanced position there. Weight at 50-50.
Yeah.
So your body angles, a perfect setup would be your lead hip would be slightly forward and slightly higher.
Yeah.
Your lead shoulder would be slightly higher, and then from there you would tip over towards the golf ball. So try and tip over towards the golf ball now until the club hits the ground. How'd that feel?
Odd.
Odd.
I feel like I was like really tense, but obviously just because you're obviously not used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if you just imagine you're going to make a sort of backswing and hold it, so you're going to make it a turn here. Good. So now you're going to think about your kind of hips and thighs, and then almost your kind of head position. Now I'm going to make this a little exaggerated, but the feel I want you to have as you start down is that this lead hip is going to move towards the target and lower. So feel like it goes, that's it. Keep going, 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 keep going. Now I've made that really exaggerated.
Yeah.
But that's effectively what we've got to try and feel.
Yeah.
So when we look at that from the face on, what we're seeing is this.
Yeah.
Okay, do that again for me. The key thing I said there, I want to be aware of, is I want this to go towards the target and lower.
Yeah.
There we go. The last thing I want you to do, if you go normal backswing again, the last thing I want you to do is bump them high.
Yeah.
So what happens a lot of the time is when someone tries to move the hips forwards, they just bump them, which forces everything else
Out of line.
back. It's got to feel as if they're going forwards and down, almost underneath this.
Yeah.
So if you do that again for me, backswing, good. Then hips are going to go, keep going, keep going. There you go. That's exaggerated.
Yeah.
But that's the movement I want you to have.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, think about that movement that we just discussed.
Yeah.
And think about what it would do to the club head and the club shaft. Okay, so as you start to move your hips down and forwards, go on, exactly. Which way does that club want to move?
Down, well, straight down.
Okay, what do we need? More
Yeah,
down.
more down,
back
yeah.
up to the top. If you don't move your hips forwards, and you turn your upper body and move your upper body forwards.
It's round, isn't it? Not down.
Okay, so that's creating steepness.
Yeah.
So when we get the body moving in certain ways, you can. So if you showed me a golf swing with, and you took away the arms and the club, based on what the body's doing, you can sort of predict what the club would be doing.
Yeah.
We need to use that. We need to get your body to move in a certain way that gets the club head to behave in a certain way. Superb. So what you're almost trying to do here is you're trying to say, okay, I need my hips to move forward and down, and I need to get my hands and the club shaft to sort of move down towards that.
On sort of parallel to that. Yeah.
Now, we say parallel, that's a great feeling. You're not going to be able to look at this because you're looking at the ball, but you know sort of where it is in space.
Yeah.
That's going to put the club in a better place relative to your hands. And then from here, relax, relax, relax. Then just really worry on lots of speed with the hands, lots of speed. And I really want you to go through to a really big...
And finish it on the shoulder.
Yeah. Pretty damn good that was.
Yeah.
Didn't quite middle it, but it was a really good swing.
It's too soft.
That's fine. So if I quickly jump on. So in terms of consistent contact with the irons,
Yeah.
you've basically got to have the golf club going ball ground.
Yeah.
Okay, the golf club has got to be travelling
Downwards,
it hits
yeah.
it. If it's level or up, it's just difficult to play. So the swing that you had, this was almost how you created the downward. Sort of this going forwards, this getting steep. So now I really feel like I can swing the club down,
Yeah.
but it's going to be left. As soon as you start to get the arms to go this way, the more I do this, the more it feels less likely that I'm going to hit down. So when you've got the quote-unquote correct shape of downswing, the way that you create the downwards is by moving these forwards.
Yeah.
That's how you get the
Compression,
downward strike.
yeah.
Whereas your kind of instinct was almost to go this way to get the downward strike. So for you, yeah, it's just got to feel like this here, and then from here, then relax and just really let that club sort of go through. Okay, do a couple more. I'm just going to put a couple on the video as you're doing this. Oops. So as you get the club too steep this way, what you'll do is to take that steepness out, you'll push the hands up, and then what happens is you get them right off the toe.
Yeah.
So you've got to feel as if you go more this way, and then you feel like you're now swinging the club head more out to the ball.
Yeah.
But your outward happens here.
Here, at
and
the top.
then it goes this way and you catch them right off the toe.
Yeah.
So back swing and hold it. So good setup. Head tilts are good. Good. Club down to my hand. That's where you've got to go. Now from there, you can turn and swing through. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's still go at full speed, but I want you to really feel that club is going down behind you, like onto the ground behind you.
Fixed.
There's your goal swing.
What did you say at the start?
There's your goal swing. Beautiful. So
Bit heavy
good.
off the mat again, but
So good. Higher,
yeah.
better shape.
Yeah, definitely.
Really good. Here's your dispersion. I want you to hit me one. So I want you to have the reason I'm asking you to do this. I wouldn't normally at the end of a lesson say hit them harder, but I want you to have a little bit more freedom and flow.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have to have a little bit more speed, you get that. So everything's going to feel softer.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to feel like there's more speed going back, same movements, but just nice, relaxed. I want you to hit one longer. I think you've got it in you. Oh, hello.
It's got to be close.
Yeah. There you go. But keeping
Yeah.
incredible data.
Yeah.
So tiny draw. I mean, you've hit there the longest shot that you've hit today.
The straightest.
With the right to left.
Yeah.
And the straightest.